It is the crown jewel of the East River, a miracle of 19th century engineering that defines the New York skyline. But the Brooklyn Bridge hides a secret buried for over a century. Not a secret of weakness, but of a heroic cover-up. Hidden within these steel veins is a fraud so absolute that it should have spelled disaster for the city. Yet, the bridge stands today as one of the safest structures in the world. The reason why is an incredible story of intuition. Today, we uncover the true story of the wire scandal and how Washington Roebling quietly saved the Brooklyn Bridge. To understand the genius behind the bridge, we have to look at John Roebling's original vision in 1869. He wasn't just building a span, he was building a monument designed to last for eternity. Tragedy struck before the first stone was laid. After John Roebling's death, his son Washington took the helm. It was a project defined by sacrifice, and eventually, a massive corporate betrayal that threatened everything. At the time, these towers were the largest things on the skyline, granite giants rising from the East River. They were symbols of a young nation's industrial might and the sheer willpower of the Roebling family. The nightmare began in the caissons. Men worked in a pressurized hellscape on the riverbed to build the foundations. They were digging into the unknown, working under crushing atmospheric pressure that few humans had ever experienced. The workers fell victim to a mysterious illness they called caisson disease. Today, we know it as the bends. Nitrogen bubbles formed in their blood, causing agonizing pain, permanent paralysis, and in many cases, death. Washington Roebling himself was paralyzed by the disease. He spent years overseeing construction from his bedroom window. With a telescope in hand and his wife Emily as his messenger, he fought to keep the dream alive. While Roebling watched from afar, J. Lloyd Hay saw an opportunity, a contractor with a failing business and no ethics. He won the contract to supply the bridge's most critical component, the miles of high-tensile steel wire. Hay began a systematic deception. He presented high-quality wire for testing to the bridge inspectors. But under the cover of night, he swapped the good wire for rejected, brittle Bessemer iron wire. Miles of this fraudulent wire were spun into the four massive main cables. It looked like a triumph to the public. But to the engineers, this hidden betrayal was a ticking time bomb woven into the very heart of the bridge. In 1878, the lie finally snapped. A wire broke during spinning, and an investigation revealed the depth of the fraud. The cables were significantly weaker than Roebling's specifications. The bridge's integrity was technically compromised. Washington Roebling faced a choice: admit the fraud and dismantle years of work, or solve it quietly. He chose the latter. He decided to neutralize the danger without causing a public panic that would kill the project. John Roebling had designed the bridge with a safety factor of 6 times stronger than required. Washington knew that even with Hay's bad wire, the bridge still had a massive margin for error built in. He calculated the deficiency and ordered thousands of miles of additional high-quality wire to be woven in. He smothered the fraud in sheer engineering strength. 5,000 tons of extra steel wire were added. Emily Roebling became the bridge's chief engineer in all but name, carrying secrets across the river every day. She ensured the quiet fix was executed perfectly, managing the contractors and the technical details on site. Roebling also leaned on the diagonal stay cables, those distinctive spider web lines we see today. They were his ultimate insurance policy, designed to hold the deck even if the main cables failed completely. When the bridge opened in May 1883, it was a triumph for the city and a personal victory for the family. The public never knew that beneath the granite lay a corporate crime that had been meticulously neutralized. P.T. Barnum led 21 elephants across to prove the bridge's strength to a skeptical New York public. For the Roeblings, the real proof wasn't the show. It was the redundant engineering they'd fought to protect. For 140 years, the bridge has carried loads far beyond what the Roeblings ever could have imagined. It hasn't just survived, it has thrived, standing strong thanks to that original obsessive safety factor of 6. We know exactly where the bad wire is. Today's advanced sensors monitor every vibration in real time. They confirm what Roebling knew: the bridge is safe because it was built to withstand even its own flaws. Modern bridges use material with high precision, but the Brooklyn Bridge uses the power of brute force redundancy. It was designed with the expectation that materials and people might fail. It is engineering for the real world. It stands today not as a monument to potential collapse, but as a monument to absolute engineering integrity. A reminder that a well-designed system can survive even the deepest betrayal from within its own structure. Today's giants are marvels of efficiency, using a fraction of the material to span much greater distances. But they lack the unique brute force security of Roebling's monumental overkill that has lasted a century. Water remains the bridge's true enemy. Despite the steel's resilience, the oxidation process never stops. Every wire is a constant battle against the elements, requiring a level of care few other structures receive. We now use LiDAR and ultrasound to see deep inside the core of the cables, checking every single strand. We monitor the tension in real time, watching the ghost of Hayes fraud with modern digital eyes. The lesson is simple. Over-engineer for the unknown variables that you cannot predict during design. Trust your math, build in your backups, and always carry a margin of error that can outlast any lie. At Darkwave Tech, we explore the gritty reality of the massive machines that built our modern world. If you value engineering truth over clickbait narratives, hit the like button and join our community. As we build the machines of tomorrow, we must never forget the foundations and ethics of yesterday. Engineering is about more than just math. It's about the integrity and the legacy behind the design. Would you trust a structure with a hidden secret? Let us know. Thanks for watching Darkwave Tech. See you in the next one.